the light on this one. Hello, it's the final. We've done it. Come another long way. 31 pieces. Day 31 of Inktober. I'm very impressed that it's come to be a whole wonderful collection of Inktober pieces. I can't believe I've managed to do it. Can't believe it, actually. I was quite determined, but I wasn't sure how it was going to happen. So the last date is landmark, which is a great prompt, I think. Some of the other prompts I've been like, what is happening? What is going on? But this one I'm down with this. So kitchen paper ready. Gonna make a lovely something. Let me see if I can whip up a bluish colour. Let me see if I can get a good idea of my proportions. Let me see. A bit of a tricky one. A tricky but very fun, hopefully very beautiful one. So let's see. I think a few people are going to join in a minute, which will be very nice. So hoping to see Lauren and Lisa. It's got an ethereal vibe. Got a bit of a Halloween vibe. I'm not going to give the game away as to what it is. Not just yet. I'm just going to paint it and see if you can see what it is as I go. So welcome anybody that's watching this in their own time. My name is Kendall James. This is day 31, doing it on day 31. Somehow managed to pull it out of the bag and get all of them done. Didn't get the colouring book from last year done, but that is happening this week. That is going to happen. And I'll show off all of the Inktober pieces together from this year to advertise the colouring book, that colouring book, and also another one too. Looking cute, whatever it is I'm doing, huh? Hi Ginny, thank you. How nice to see you. Did you just wake up? What time is it? Gosh, it's way early in the morning. But you're normally around all kinds of hours. Welcome to the final Inktober. I've got a very beautiful one. And actually it is reminiscent of the importance of the day, because yes, I'm married today. I'm married to a human boy. Don't know how I feel about that. How do you feel about that? Anyone out there who's married to a human boy? How's that going for you? Married to a human boy, and having a human baby, I hope. My wedding day is the 31st. What, wedding day? No. Wedding day, we haven't got a wedding day. This is our marriage day. Wedding day could be something that comes in the future, like a wedding party day. But this is our anniversary. This is our day. Halloween day. Halloween's very important to us. Many dodgy, unbelievable, fun, brilliant, shocking things happen to us on Halloween every year. This, with any luck, will be the most tame Halloween ever. There's a good enough chance that our baby decides to turn up, so I'm well within the expected timeline of a fully matured baby suddenly coming, but I'm willing it not to come until 8 p.m. Any contractions and things, because if we don't go to the dinner, I still have to pay for the dinner. So I'm not into that. So baby, please let me fulfill my dinner reservation, taking Leo out to a French restaurant that's just 5 minutes walk down the road. We've never been. They're doing us a 9-course meal. It's 7,000 yen per head, which is about £38 or so per head, which is amazing. I think in the UK you can't get you get a Frankie and Benny's chain restaurant for to get some subpar food and no drinks for that price. So it's very impressive to be able to get such a thing. Hello, nice to see you, Lauren. I don't know what is going on with logging onto my lives, Lauren. Is it not working? What do you think? Because there's been a mysteriously low count for the last, not the last 2 videos today, but the ones the other days. I think it might be partially due to other people's daylight savings. Now, my finger's too fat for me to show you my my wedding ring on. I can put it on, but it's a bit of a battle getting it off again. I don't really want it to get stuck on my hand during this pregnancy. If you don't know, if it's new information to you, your fingers swell up when you're pregnant. Not only that, but your feet. I've got giant marshmallow tree trunk feet. So I've got the rings here to show you because Rio is at work and he can't wear his ring in the factory. I don't want him to lose it, but we've handmade them, so I'll show you those. It doesn't matter if this live goes on a tiny bit longer. So if anyone wants to see, let me know if you'd like to see our rings up close, if I can. We hand carved them out of wax, and then they've been cast in gold. They took a few months to be made. But yeah, we made them ourselves, so to speak. And someone lovely just bought me some coffees and buy me a coffee as a wedding present, which is very, very sweet. Here are the rings. I don't know what the quality is like on YouTube, really. I don't know if you can actually see them. I don't know, but they've even got our handwriting inside. They've got our names in them. Rio's looks a bit like a tree, I think, with the kind of wood grain, and mine looks a bit like a mountain, a bit more of a wave grain. Apparently I've got something in the stone there. Whoopsie. Of course I've got paint on the stone, and mine's got 3 stones in it. One for Halloween, one for my birthday, and one for baby's birthday month. Those stones were part of an offer. So sorry, you can't see them very clearly. I'll try and take some better pictures to go on Instagram or something. And you can see them, everybody. If you go to Miss Kendall James on Instagram, you can find it. I guess, yes, technically I am a Mrs. now, but I'm still James for now. It costs a lot of money to change all of your documents, and a lot of time and other things, but our baby will have both of our names. So that's cool. Right, so day 31 is landmark. And this is a landmark. Actually, mine and my partner's second date was at Lake Yogo, where I've taken you guys on tours and things, in Shiga. And there's this lovely statue right there. And she looks very ethereal and gorgeous. And it was the first of the most perfect days in my whole life. And our third date was also the most perfect day in my whole life, actually. Not for any special reason, and not even necessarily because of Rio, but just because, I don't know, the weather was perfect. I was experiencing a new place. Also, I thought I was staying in Japan for 1 year, And that was the very week in which I'd been granted another year because of coronavirus. So I guess just things just felt new and right, and it was the beginning of so many things. And who knew it was the beginning of me also meeting my poop head of a husband. I say this with dear affection. He is quite the poop head. If you know any stories about him, you know he is a poop head. But it's better than being worse things, isn't it, everybody? Don't you think? There are worse things. But yeah, at least there's humour. Anyway, this statue is at Lake Yogo. We stayed in a ryokan there. On the second date, I invited him to stay somewhere with me. It was quite a bold thing to do. But I thought, why not? Anything goes when you're suddenly living in another country again for another year. And also, I'd obviously got a good feeling, right? We didn't speak much of each other's language, to be honest. He spoke a lot more of mine, but still not loads. And I didn't speak much Japanese at all back then. At all, I can honestly say. I learned my favourite word in Japanese that day, which is yokata. So Ryo drove us there in a rental car to Lake Yogo, and he kept saying yokata, yokata, which is a word that means relief, like, oh, thank goodness. So every time I was pleased and happy, he kept saying yokata. So that's actually my favourite word in Japanese. Might be intrigued to hear. Sorry, I didn't expect this to be all about love. Anyway, this beautiful statue is right next to the lake, looking gorgeous. Looks like something out of a beautiful video game epilogue. I'm going to mixed media, of course, so there'll be colouring pencil coming into this as well. You know what? You can make your own rings and things in Japan. It's very impressive. It's not so much money at all for very, very special rings. And also you can get not so special rings for even cheaper. There's lots of systems for doing it. It's pretty cool. Ours were a little bit more money, because of the texture pattern we do, because it's all done by weight of how much gold there is. Or whatever you choose. We chose gold because it was cheaper. There's also, in fact, I chose rose gold because it was the most cheap, but in hindsight, I probably should have just picked gold. But Ryo's hands are very, very big. So normally Japanese men are not very large at all, and their hands are in turn not very large. But Ryo is more, he's just more man-sized, I suppose, as someone from a country filled with all kinds of men of all different sizes can say. Japanese men are on average the same height as a British woman, and slimmer by far. So I don't know what to say there. And stop digging a hole for myself, so I'm not trying to put anyone down. How are you guys doing? Okay, we're at the 15-minute mark. It's looking very pretty, I think, but I think colouring pencil is going to help me out with lots of the little details and things. So she's holding something here. Her hand will be in here. I don't know what this is. Cloth or something is all draped along here. Doesn't need to have so much detail, really. Anybody got any Halloween plans? There's a big stump stomping child upstairs. Always stomping around. I mean, it's not the most annoying sound. I live in the city and there's always sirens, which you've heard quite a lot of on the old live streams, I think. Pop in and say hi. The house has gone crazy at bedtime, so I have to manage the crowd. Just tried my first nail stickers. What a game changer. Look at mine, Ginny. I've got Halloween ones on right now. And look at these. Absolute game changer. And they last a really long time. Lisa, some of these are being sent to you. These are cheap ones, actually. They're 50p. These ones are £1.50, and I love them. The £1.50 ones definitely last a week. I've no idea how long these 50p ones last because I've only just tried them for the first time yesterday, so we'll see. Anyway, I think that's it for the paint. I'm going to put my little rings there. I'm going to do the black outline and then do some colouring pencil, I think. And we'll match the other ones. And I will add some ink as well because it's Inktober and it's the last day, isn't it? And I'll do some more videos. It's not the last time we'll see it. So you say Halloween is not really celebrated here. Sorry, you said that earlier and I just full on ignored you. I was in the moment of other things, I think. Sorry. Weird. And interestingly, in Japan, everything's got Halloween stuff on it. They love seasonal anything. So all of the snacks, everything's got like purple and ghosts and all kinds of things on it. I'm not saying they celebrate it here, but they do love marketing so much. So it's just marketed everywhere. I saw someone's house with ghosts all over it earlier, which looked pretty cool. And the French restaurant had a Happy Halloween sign outside. So looking forward to doing that. And it's Halloween. I'm guessing other people won't really be in the restaurant, so we'll probably have it kind of privately to ourselves, which is nice. Can you see the size of Rio's ring in comparison to mine there? He's got this really handmade style on his ring where all the edges are really different. It's really smart. It looks really nice on him as well. 1 second, let me use a little pin to get the paint out of mine. So it's very silly of me, isn't it? To let paint be in my ring. I mean, I'm an artist. What do we expect? And inside, mine says Yoshikata and Kendall. On Ryo's says Kendall and Yoshikata. In our handwriting, which is really cool, with a little heart and the date in between. The date that we became together, which would be 2021. 2021, the first day of the year. Officially boyfriend and girlfriend, if I might be so cute. But we met maybe the last week of September, exactly 4 years ago. Yeah, last week of September. So the time we were realizing we loved each other was this time. Okay, I'm going to put in some different blues and things. Honestly, they're just the worst, most embarrassing drunken escapade happened exactly 4 years ago, and it's so embarrassing and I hate it. Rio thinks it's hilarious now, but he decided he loved me that day, which is why it was very difficult. But yes, I was making out with someone that was not him, and it was not what I wanted. It was not what anyone wanted, and it was very embarrassing and very, very horrible, and it would not stop. And I thankfully have never been as drunk as that ever again, because who needs to be that drunk? Nobody. And the problem was I hadn't eaten. So if you ever are drinking, if you're of the right age to, make sure you eat. Don't be silly. Don't be silly. Just eat. It's very important. I'd had a whale of a time traveling around Japan with my new visa. Loads of great places, Nagoya and even Okinawa and stuff. And just eating did not seem like it was part of the travel curriculum. Make sure it is for you though. However, here we are. baby in belly, all okay. The next 2 years Halloween were great. We went to parties and things. Last year did work out great, but I was also in the police station alone for 2 hours, crying my eyes out, thinking it was the end of everything. We'd lost Rio's phone. Someone had lost Rio's phone and my wallet and all of Rio's money and all of my cards. Someone had stolen them out of my bag at just about 10:30 p.m., which was a real shame. No one was too inebriated or anything. It was just obviously an event for foreign people where I think the Japanese somethings were targeting it and stole all of our stuff from my bag. I'm really glad they didn't take my phone. We lost quite a lot of money. Really, really lost it. And luckily I was able to get my cards back because someone had discarded the whole thing and thrown away my cards. So that was one thing we were thankfully able to get back, which was obviously the most important thing, to have my visa and everything in it. But this has never happened to me in any country. And if you ever travel in places like Europe, you know very well that bad things happen in Europe. There's a lot of organised tourism theft crime in Europe where you will very clearly be a target of such crimes. But you never think it's going to happen in a place like Japan. Never happened to me in the UK, never happened in Bristol, never happened in London. And it happened in Japan after 4 years of staying here. So I always take a bag that zips up now because that one wasn't a zipper upper. And I know that's common sense in so many ways, but you also, you don't think someone's gonna do such a thing to you. I'm just highlighting some things here with my ink pen and obviously giving you a trick or treat story. We've had the treats and there's the trick. I know it's not very nice, but yeah. Your parents are in Arashiyama, how lovely. Lauren says, there are some decorations and some people do trick or treating, but it's not that huge at all. Interesting. But Australians are very into Christmas, right? And even when it's hot at actual Christmas time, you're still into it. Am I right? Or is it just you are? I know you have a strong enthusiasm, Lauren. Let me know. And then you sometimes have Christmas in July. Is it big or is that just some people? Because I am down for a Christmas in July. That's fun. In fact, I did it with some American friends out here 2 or 3 years ago. That was fun. Okay, so I don't know if you can see, but I've just been highlighting some parts actually. I haven't highlighted everything. I've used a thick pen to highlight things that are like on the underside of shadows. And then I'm going to use a thin pen just to highlight things a little bit like hands here. She's got hands there. She's got hands upside down here. So, and a little bit of her face. I'm going to do the underside of her nose, nostrils just like last time. And her eyes looking, and just honestly the tiniest little dots. You probably can't even see it that well because our eyes finish off the image. So if you've learned anything in this Inktober session, these, like all of them, there's a big playlist, by the way. Please watch all 31 whenever you can. Go and like and comment on all of the thingies, please, to really help me get some traction on these. And also mostly because I want everybody to learn to make art and have a lovely time doing it and better their lives and everything. So please do what you can to help that happen. Yeah, I hope you've learned to be free, not care, start from the back, work forwards, little things like this, and mix up your medias. My friend Ginny here in the chat, she's all about that too. We champion that. Don't think because you're doing a drawing you have to do it all in pencil. Don't think because you're doing a painting you have to do it all in paint. Mix it all up. I've got paint, pencil, crayon, and pen in here. And you know what? I think this one is done. There's no need to overwork something. Time and a place to recognize something is finished. KJ24. This one is day 31 landmark. Day 31 landmark. Please look out for other videos over the next week. As long as my baby doesn't suddenly come, videos will be going up. Baby's due some point next week. I'm not giving away the due date, but yes. Here we go. Here. Now I'll just also say, I wanted to do tummy, like my bump painting. I wanted to paint on my bump today, but hello. So it's the end, so I'll show myself. I wanted to paint on my bump, which is very, very big. Maybe I can show you for the end. It is quite big. 1 second. Here it is. Here's my bump. And I tried with my new paints, but I did face painting about 20 years ago, and these paints are higher quality and a bit oily, so I'm not sure how to clean the brushes. So that's not going to happen for Halloween, but maybe over the next days I can paint some things. I want to do a Togepi and a Kirby and a Moogle and an alpaca and maybe a pumpkin. So there might be a live stream tummy painting. So yeah, this is the end of this one for now. Thank you so much for joining me for the series. I will put all of these together. I'm at the 26-minute mark, so I can show you. I'll put all of these together on the wall so we can have a look in one go. And also there'll be a special colouring book for these. Of course, it's the first year I've done it in colour. And I've left a space everywhere. So actually this is going to be like a journaling book where in this space you can journal, or I might in the future do an outlined version where you can colour it in as well. But the primary point will be either black and white or colour journaling, which you could even do digitally if you've got the right kind of things on your tablets and phones and devices and things. Maybe you can write directly onto the PDF. So do check out linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James to check out the 2022 colouring book, which you can colour in. And the 2023 one will come as soon as I can. Sorry, this month, the last 3 months, I've been working so hard at my day and night job, and working more lessons than ever because I won't get any maternity pay, unfortunately, from the government because I'm freelance. So I'm, unfortunately, for the first time in 19 years, not going to get a paycheck in December, which is really going to suck. It's not a really cool Christmas, is it? But at least I've got a Christmas tree. I'll have my partner at home with me and I'll have my little baby, so that will be nice. And I've got all of you guys around the world, so keep interacting and let's hang out together, and more art and stuff will come. So do comment on the things that you like and what you want to see more of, and please look out for my other videos, edited and otherwise. Yeah, if you've got any questions, feel free to ask. I always respond to all of the comments, and I hope you've had a lovely time with this series. I've really enjoyed it. I can't believe I fit in all of the sciatica massages I needed, all of the hospital trips I've needed, well, not needed, but had forced upon me, and 31 live stream videos, as well as trying to keep my body all in order, my house all in order, and feed myself and my currently unborn baby. So in Japanese we say "Otsukare-sama deshita." I say it to myself. "Otsukare-sama deshita." Yeah, thank you, and see you online, everybody. Thanks so much. Oh, linktr.ee/Miss Kendall James. Okay, bye.